Okay, welcome to the solstice celebration. And I just want to start by saying that time is an illusion. And so I decided to do the solstice celebration in linear time a week before the solstice because some of you don't really know what to do for the solstice. And tonight will prepare you because you'll be given a journey with a ceremony to do for the solstice. For those of you that watch this on the night of the solstice, you can still get your journey and get your information. And for those of you that are watching this through the recording years later, time is an illusion. You can do the journey whenever you want. You can enjoy the solstice. You can call in that light whenever you want to, which is really, really important, of course. We don't have to wait for the solstice to have this beautiful light coming in and to have this the brightest, lightest day of the year. We don't have to wait for that because, again, time is an illusion. It's been proven over and over again. So I want to just take this moment to welcome everyone. And those of you just getting on, please mute yourself. Thank you. And for those of you watching the recording, welcome. I invite you to just sit back and relax. And I want to start with a short meditation for centering to just get everybody centered and grounded in the moment. So just go ahead and close your eyes and slipping into an envelope of peace. Karen, I am going to mute you. Okay. Slipping into an envelope of peace and relaxation. Just taking a deep cleansing breath in and exhaling out. And letting go of everything that happened before this moment, everything in your entire life, letting go of everything you have to do after this gathering so that you're fully present, dropping into your body, into your shamanic state of consciousness, into a deeper sacred space of honoring the sun, the stars, the tree spirits, the mountains, the rivers, the creeks, the lakes, the ponds, the vast ocean, the goddess of the sea, sister wind, brother wind, all of the winged ones, raven, crow, hawk, and eagle, all of the earth elements, Mother Earth, Father Sky, the two-leggeds, the four-leggeds, welcoming all of you right here and right now to be fully, fully present with us through this gathering on our journey tonight, being with us, cocooning us in the four elements, cocooning us in love. Mama Bear coming in and holding and rocking each and every one of us, and just feeling yourself being rocked either to the right or left or front and back. Allow this Mother Bear to just hold and rock you just like you were a little baby. So much stress in daily life, and just imagine you're being rocked and healed. Good. Just allowing your imagination to assist you in imagining that you're out in nature right now. Maybe you are, some of you watching this, some of you are not. Imagine that you're filling up with the nature spirits. God, the goddess, Mother Earth, Father Sky, Pachamama, Gaia, all the beautiful names that we have for the great goddess, spirits of the east, all of the winged ones, raven, crow, hawk, eagle, sister wind, brother wind, thank you for your presence right here and right now. Thank you, beautiful sun, for shining and illuminating our planet today. Thank you for bringing that great light into our body, mind, spirit, and soul. Thank you for surrounding everyone in a ring of fire so that any karmic ties, ribbons, and cords that no longer serve them gently dissolve away. Thank you, spirits of the West, the spirits of water, for cleansing and purifying the waters in our bodies, the spirits of the rivers. And think about your favorite river, your creek, the lake, the pond, the vast ocean, where your favorite place in nature is that has that water element. And imagine, maybe there's more than one, that water element is coming right into your body, into your energy field, into your auric field, and cleansing and purifying it, as the sun's beams and rays are also cleansing and purifying your auric field and your entire physical body. Breathe in that light and the purification. Good. And the spirits of the north, the power of the mountains, the spirit of Mount Tam, the spirit of all of the mountains around us. The grandmothers, the grandfathers, the stone people, the thunderbirds, the two-leggeds, the four-leggeds, the wild and domestic animals. Thank you for your presence right here and right now. All earth elements, the tree spirits, the standing ones. Thank you for showing us how to root and ground down deep into Mother Earth. And let's send our roots down deep into Mother Earth. Imagine roots growing from the sacred soles of your feet. And imagine these roots growing down through the floor of where you are. See them in your mind's eye, growing down through the earth, moving through the earth rapidly, and getting to the very bottom of the earth and anchoring and wrapping around a big boulder or crystal that has your name on it. Good. Breathing in, exhaling out, bringing all of that earth energy back up through the roots into your feet, filling your entire body with beautiful earth energy. And now allowing your crown chakra to be open to the divine, to the gods and goddesses that live in the higher realms, in the upper world, to the lights of the universe, the sun, the stars, and allowing that light and the lights from these gods and goddesses to move into the crown of your head and to merge and blend ever so gently with the earth elements. Good. And you're strong and you're clear and you've got your warrior energy and your warrioress energy. You're confident, clear, grounded, and in your sacred space, ready for this gathering. And gently opening up your eyes and coming back, becoming fully present. And again, now that you're in this sacred space, I welcome you. Thank you for being with me. And the card that I picked ahead of time, I've got a card from one of my favorite decks, and then I have a card from the Crow deck, which you're going to love. The first card I picked is Answering the Call. And that's going to be the theme for the journey tonight, is going to be what is my calling that I am being called to from the solstice and for the next year? What am I being called? I'm going to answer the call. What is the call? And we'll talk about that a little bit later. But for now, I'm going to pick a Crow card. This is a new deck that I have. I love it. I'll show you the little booklet so you can see who it's by. And there's a lot of the cards that look like ravens. You know, ravens and crows are very, very similar and of the same family. So I kind of like to call it the Crow deck and sometimes the Raven deck. And so I'm going to close my eyes and fan my hand over the deck and ask, what is the collective message for whoever is watching right now. Here we go. Wow. Well, it's interesting how these things work. It says nature, and we just talked about nature. And there's the crow out in nature. And of course, nature is our biggest healer. Anything could be happening in our lives, and we go out into nature and we feel better immediately. We feel relaxed. We take that breath. And so that's the message, is to get out into nature as much as possible, limit the electronics. We all have to work on that, and enjoy the crows, enjoy the ravens, enjoy the hawks. Look for them. Look for feathers. Get out into nature. And so as we get into answering the call, I decided not to read that from the booklet because I wanted to really channel and just be authentic with what I got when I saw answering the call. So oftentimes we're called to do things. We'll get a message. It's time to do this, it's time to do that, or get out into nature more, or go for a swim, or go up to this place, or go down there, call this person, forgive this person, send this person a gratitude note. Whatever it is, start speaking, start doing healings, open your own business, whatever you're being called to do. Sometimes we put it off because of lots of different reasons, but answering the call is just a way of starting the momentum tonight. So when you meet your spirit guide, you're going to ask, what is the call that I'm answering? And how may I answer the call? And it may be something very different than what you think. Your calling in this next year may be very different than what you think. It may be to completely relax and not do anything at all, to sit in nature and just drink in and absorb the healing so that you're so filled and overflowing and replenished that everyone around you benefits because of your beautiful radiant frequency. Okay, so to prepare us, I've already called in my guides. I'm going to sing a couple of medicine songs, and you're welcome to, as long as everyone stays muted for the recording, you're welcome to rattle or drum and sing with me. I would love that. And the first song isn't really a lot of drumming. It's just kind of like a little bit of, going like this. And it's a song that I wrote when I was living in California. It's my way of connecting in with everything and being connected to the land when I first moved there. I am the sun, I am the moon, I am the wind, I am the stars, I am the earth, I am the sea, I am a willow tree deep inside of me. Ah-hey, 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 ah-hey. Ah-hey, 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 ah-hey. Do that part with me. Ah-hey, 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 ah-hey. Ah-hey, 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 ah-hey. Ah-hey, 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 ah-hey. Ah-hey, 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 ah-hey. I am raven, I am crow, I am hawk, I am eagle, I am wolf, I am coyote. Ah-hey, 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 ah-hey. Ah-hey, 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 ah-hey. Ah-hey, 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 ah-hey. I am the sun, I am the moon, I am the wind, I am the stars, I am the earth, I am the sea, I am a willow tree deep inside of me. Ahe, 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 ahe. Ahe, 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 ahe. Ahe, 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 ahe. Ahe, 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 ahe. I am raven, I am crow, I am hawk, I am eagle, I am wolf, I am coyote. Ahe, 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 ahe. Ahe, 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 ahe. Ahe, 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 ahe. Okay, deep cleansing breath in. And just notice how you feel after hearing that medicine song. Noticing how it connects you to the divine, to nature, to the earth elements. Another song that I wrote many moons ago. Oh, sparrow and crow, oh, sparrow and crow, the lightness and darkness, the yin and the yang, the morning mist and the midnight sun. Oh, sparrow and crow, oh, sparrow and crow, hey, 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 oh, sparrow and crow, oh, sparrow and crow, the lightness and darkness, the yin and the yang, the roughness of wolf, the softness of deer. Oh, sparrow and crow, oh, sparrow and crow, hey, 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 oh, sparrow and crow. Oh, sparrow and crow, the lightness and darkness, the yin and the yang, the morning mist and the midnight sun. Oh, sparrow and crow, oh, sparrow and crow, ah hey, ah hey, ah hey, ah hey, the lightness and darkness, the yin and the yang, the roughness of wolf, the softness of deer. Oh, sparrow and crow, oh, sparrow and crow, ah hey, ah hey, ah hey, ah hey, ya hey, ah hey, ya hey, ah hey, oh, sparrow and crow. And that song is a metaphor of the light and the dark, which we're focusing on tonight. And that song came from coming home one day and getting a message to go to the mailbox. And I knew that the mail hadn't come yet because the mailman or mailwoman person always came at 3 o'clock. But I got a message to go to the mailbox and it was at 11 or 12 in the morning. And I said, all right, I'll follow my message. And I was walking to the mailbox and there was a little tiny sparrow dying. And I picked it up and I said, what do you need? And all I heard was, sing to me. And so I stood there and I sang and sang and sang and sang some medicine song. I don't recall which one it was. And it died right in my hands. And it was so beautiful. And then when I rode to work to my office, there was a dead crow in the front yard. I thought, sparrow and crow, what is this about? And then that song came to me, and it's about embracing our light and embracing our shadow. And everybody's so busy trying to stuff down their emotions or get rid of the pain, and we all do it. But it's important to sit with both, to sit with the pain and to allow it to move through you and to teach you why it's here. And to really sit with the light and the gratitude as well and give that just as much energy. How did I manifest this to work out so beautifully? Let me go back and recall the steps so I can savor in it and do it again. And it's powerful to really hold both. And that's what that song is about. So now I'm going to get ready to take you on a journey. This is going to be a guided meditation. And I'm going to take you on a journey to meet the spirit of the solstice. Everything has a spirit, so you're going to meet the spirit of the solstice. And again, it doesn't matter when you meet the spirit of the solstice, whether it's the day of, a year before, a year after, a week before, because time is an illusion. And you're going to meet the spirit of the solstice, and you're going to ask, what am I being called to do this next year? Until I see you next December, what am I being called to do? And is there a ceremony for me to do? Show me what to do on the actual solstice. And they may show you something grand, getting people together, doing a fire ceremony, or going down by the river and doing something, holding pine cones and tossing them into the river as an offering. Or it may be solo. It may be you getting up in the morning and sprinkling some herbs outside and sitting outside and sitting with the sun and the light. It could be big, it could be small, it doesn't matter, but whatever you're given is for you, just for you. And as you hear people share about what they're doing for the solstice, just keep in mind, you can go online and you can look it up, but when you get your own private message, just like me getting the message to check the mail at 11 in the morning when I knew the mail person hadn't even come yet, if I didn't do that, I wouldn't have seen the sparrow. That was a very sacred moment for me and the sparrow. The sparrow didn't want to die alone. Who wants to die alone? It wanted me to sing. And so this message that you're receiving tonight from your guides is very, very sacred. And so you're going to start getting ready by just closing your eyes and focusing in on who you connect with. Is it your higher self? Is it your power animal? Is it your spirit guide? Whoever it is. And if there's no one that you're connected in with yet, that's okay. If there's no one that you're connected in with yet, then go ahead and ask that your higher self, because your higher self is always, always, always there for you. Ask that your higher self come forward and take you by the hands and bring you through a beautiful purple veil. And imagine right now that you're moving through this beautiful purple veil and you're floating out into an open space where there's a bonfire and the moon is partially out. And move over to that bonfire right now and allow yourself to become mesmerized by that bonfire as we are. When we sit or stand around a fire, we fall into the flames. We stare at the fire. We hear the popping and crackling of the fire, the smell of the smoke. And we fall into that beautiful deep space. And if you're not drawn to fire, it's okay for your guides to give you a beautiful cauldron of light, the lights of the universe, the sun and the stars. Whatever calls to you. Sit down in front of the fire, whether you're sitting on the ground, on a blanket, or sitting in a chair. Imagine that you're sitting at that fire and your higher self comes over and anoints you with some frankincense for purification right on your third eye. And your higher self gives you a beautiful necklace to put on. A necklace made of your favorite crystal or stone, one that you've never seen before. And you start to feel empowered and connected to the highest part of yourself as this necklace ignites your deepest wisdom. Imagine your favorite winged one is in the tree nearby, making its sounds. It's nighttime. It may be owl, it may be raven, hawk. Allow this winged one to be present. Good. So you have the element of fire, you have the tree for earth, you have the winged one for air. And imagine that you can hear the creek or the river behind you. All of the elements of fire, water, earth, and air are present. And you sit with this fire or cauldron of light, and you ask the spirit of the fire or the spirit of the cauldron of the light or your higher self or your guide, you ask, what am I being called to do this next year? Show me what I'm being called to do this next year. And I'll be in silence for at least 3 minutes. And if you're not getting any answers after a minute or so, just keep asking, show me. Show me what I'm being called to do this next year. I'm open to seeing or hearing the wisdom. And by now, a wisdom, a message, something came in. And if you still didn't catch it, it went into your subconscious and it'll come to you in dream time or within the next 48 hours. And now, as you reconvene with this energy of light that you're sitting in front of, you're going to ask that same wisdom, your higher self, your guides, the spirit of the fire, the spirit of the sun, the stars, whoever you're connected to, show me my solstice ceremony, the one that's perfect for me on the solstice. And I'll be silent for another 3 minutes or so. Noticing whether you're solo, whether you're with people. Where are you? Are you inside? Are you outside? And now, remembering that time is an illusion, let's move forward to the solstice. Whenever you're watching this, moving forward to the next solstice coming up. And imagine that you're doing that ceremony. Just pretend and imagine you're doing that ceremony. You're doing it on an etheric level now, and you'll do it in the physical world then. Good, just breathing in and exhaling out. And now I'd like you to sprinkle a little lavender or tobacco into the fire to thank the spirits of the fire or the cauldron of light. Sprinkle it in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, good. As you're offering, sprinkling that in. Thanking in advance for a magical solstice. Thanking all of the guides and the elements of fire, water, earth, and air. Imagine now that you can fly, and you're going to fly with your higher self, your power animal, whoever's with you. You're going to fly through that veil back into your home, into the crown of your head, and in your body right here and right now. 3, 2, 1. Good. Coming fully back into the body. Pressing that first finger and thumb on the right hand, first finger and thumb on the left hand for grounding, that grounding mudra. Big cleansing breath in, exhale out. Welcome back. And now I picked another card while I was waiting for everyone to do their ceremony. And I love this card because it's really about what we're doing tonight. Another crow card, and it's called Teamwork. And that's really what we're doing tonight. You know, as they say, when two or more are gathered, you come together, it creates more power and more excitement and more energy than maybe if you just did this by yourself without me and without others. So I'm going to read from the book. Let's see what the Crow deck has to say about teamwork. Crows have mastered teamwork. I have to laugh because when I lived on Indian Valley Road in Novato, someone pointed out that the crows would take the nuts and they'd drop them in the street, and then they'd wait up on the wire, and the cars would ride over the nuts and crack them for the crows. And then the crows would fly down and grab the nuts and eat them. They had it all figured out. I couldn't believe it. I had to see it with my own eyes to really believe that that's what was happening. They're very, very intelligent. Okay. Crows have mastered teamwork. Mobbing is one example of how crows work together on a common goal. When an intruder or a predator enters their territory, the birds jump into orchestrated action. You've seen this, right? When a hawk comes around or whatever, each member of the group holds an advantageous position in fighting off the threat. Call upon your team, your family, or friends to assist you when facing a challenge that requires more than you can comfortably handle. Teamwork strengthens bonds, creates positive memories, and reinforces an awareness that you are not alone. It's so funny with the full circle because that's what my first song was about. I am the sun, I am the stars, I am the wind, I am the sun, and all of that. That song was because I had just moved to California and I felt lonely. I didn't know anyone. And that song came out to let me know you're not alone. You have the spirits in nature all around you, and they'll last probably longer than a lot of people. And that was a true teaching in that moment. And so we want to take a minute to thank all of our guides and angels, allies and power animals, and our higher self for coming forward and remembering that empowering necklace and allowing that to be something that you etherically put on every time you do ceremony, or when you need some extra energy, when you're doing something where you need more confidence or strength, having difficult conversations with people or whatever it is, putting that power necklace on to remind you that you are creating your reality by your thoughts and feelings, and you're not a victim. And so we want to thank the spirits of the East, the South, the West, the North, Mother Earth, Father Sky, for being fully present right here and right now. And I also would like to claim a miraculous and magnificent and magical outcome for everyone with their solstice celebration, their ritual, their ceremony, and whatever they're being called to do. And may they all follow through. May everyone follow through as soon as earthly possible what they're called to do. And I would like to ask that everyone brings your hands together. Imagine that we're going to hold hands and sing the circle song together. And then after I end the recording, those of you that are live, you can stay on and share what messages you received if you'd like. Okay, so we're going to thank the spirits and end the circle by singing the circle song. I circle around the boundaries of the earth. I circle around the boundaries of the earth, wearing my long wing feathers as I fly, wearing my long wing feathers as I fly. I circle around the boundaries of the earth. Thank you, spirits. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are so grateful. And I would love to invite you every third Wednesday of the month. I do one of these circles to just bring in a little magic in your life. And I hope that this has helped. And so be it. So it is. Amen and aho.